So yesterday, when the mail came, my second in a series of books, black and white fine art photography books arrived. And this one is called Music Canada. And it's all about the Canadian artists and broadcasters, some radio and others in the music industry I've photographed over the last 30 years. And the thing was, in the first book, Music, I wanted to cover many of the international artists. And there's a few Canadians, but there's a lot I left out. So I want to show you a little look at the new book that just came in and some of the artists in this. Bill King Photography, some notes on the photos and the reason behind this. And then we're in. Everyone from Tabby Johnson, from when we were at CIUT, we began my radio show together about 9 years ago. The wonderful Elaine Overholt. Elaine is just the greatest vocal coach. Lila Biala in Montreal. Brandy Disterhef. Now these are 12 by 12 prints, and my thing is that many have seen these online and on Facebook and stuff, but a photo is not a photo. It doesn't come to real life until it's printed. And the magic comes when you see it on paper. And this is beautiful paper. And like I said, 12 by 12 is a good size image. Kevin Drew, ran into him from Broken Social Scene in Kensington Market a few years back. Kevin Bright at the Beaches Jazz Festival backstage. Two of my favorites, Alexander Brown, Alexis Barrow. Both. Alexis in concert at the Beaches Jazz Festival. Let's see what we got here. Roger Williams, and this is at the Archie Elaine tribute after his passing. The marvelous Andrew Stewart at City Hall. Nothing but bright skies behind him. Phil Nimmons, many years ago, this is the Murray Jazz Festival. The same thing, Mo Kaufman sitting backstage when he played with Rob McConnell. Pat LaBarbera, I did this at the studio with my friend Pierre Gautreau, and probably around 1998 for his album cover, which won a Juno. Rob Christian, wonderful young saxophone player, last summer at the Eric Mercury tribute at the concert hall. In the house, I guess a few months back, Andy Milne, great pianist and Juno Award-winning pianist. Doug Riley, we did this for probably 1995 or 1996 in Murphy's Village for a cover of the Jazz Report magazine. The wonderful Rob Bowman at CIUT, in for a chat. The late, great Jeff Chapman of the Toronto Star. This is us, and the week we spent in Havana, and we just had a blast. This is back, maybe 2006. Dear friend, Don Franks, this is from Ted Wallison's show. Years ago, Jackie Richardson, this is at Lula Lounge. The marvelous Blackburn Brothers, and this is backstage at the Beaches Jazz Festival. Nice black drop. Terry Wilkins, TD Jazz. Kim Stockwood, got her to stop for a moment, got a photo. This is recent. This is at the Transac Club, Glennswick. This was the tribute for Middleton Joe. Michael Acapinti, this is many years ago at the Beaches Jazz Festival with No Joe. And brother Roberto and Mark Kelso in my kitchen, that magic kitchen with the piano, as we rehearsed for a gig in Thornbury back in March. Richard Underhill, Ian Tyson, in for the radio show at CIUT. Sylvia Tyson with me and Ted at News Talk 1010. The wonderful Lana Williams in the basement rehearsing for Sweet Sugarcane with a Rocket 88 band. Larnell Lewis, this is at Kerner Hall. Magdala Savigny, and this is at the Children's Aid concert with Elizabeth over here and Mags together in Yorkville. Nelly Furtado in concert. Lee Aaron, Women in Blues, many years ago. Mr. Anderson himself in concert for TD Jazz. Matt Anderson. David Clayton Thomas, oh God, this might be 2000, 2001 at CJRT. Jim Cuddy in concert, Andy Kim's Christmas special. Archie Elaine with the Giants at piano, Ray Bryant, Junior Mance, and Jay McShann, TD Jazz, and then Archie and Amanda Martinez, the wonderful Amanda Martinez together. This was at the Rex annual jazz party many years ago. Let's see what else. There's about 130 photos on here, so there's a lot going on. Michael Dunstan and the back patio of the Orbit Room, JoJo Bennett tribute. Orrin Isaacs at CIUT in for an interview on the radio show. Shoshana Kish, Beaches Jazz Festival, Raven. This is Lights, and also Max Kellerman of the Arkells. That's family there. Family gets a shot in here. Jesse and Kristine at By the Way. Down Chow Blues Band. Great picture. I love this. Michael Fonfara and Tom Williams. There they are, Jay Douglas, Jay Jackson, Brett Tickham, Sean Jackson and Jay Jackson, brother and sister. My pal, longtime friend, and mentor in many ways, Gary Slate. Dave Marsden, bit of radio, Duff Roman, at home, Roger Ashby, Lothar and Pat Taylor, two men that made sure there was jazz played, and they provided the facilities and spaces for us to make jazz for so many years. The same way with Sybil Walker at the top of the Senator. This was my mentor, Paul Hoffler, photography. I spent many hours looking through his prints, studying photography. And another mentor, Mark Miller from the Globe and Mail, the great jazz writer. Kurt Swinghammer, and just a lot of people here. Bernie Finkelstein, Smale, Joanne Smale, Roy Kenner, Tom Wilson, all together. The great David Vest, pianist on the West Coast. Roxanne Potvin, Kid Ramos, Jane Bennett, Allison All. There's so many more. Rosa Levine, Mike Levine. And we're just getting started. That's half of what's in the book. But this is the new book called Music, Canada by Bill King. Just on another note that during COVID I worked on, I guess, 3 books of interviews, and coming through the 60s, finished those books. Past COVID, I got in to the archives of negatives and all sorts of photos and stuff, and spent last summer about 4 months working on preserving, putting together, and keeping the library and putting it up to date of about 1,200 photos. So there you have it. The new book, as I say, is called Music Canada.